Who was asking the question? Krupa?
Yes, sir.
What is your question?
Yeah, I'm asking for that third one, the agile coach. I'm writing down that three main persons of the agile teams.
Yeah, agile coach is nothing but whoever coaches the agile teams. So these are the three main roles that are involved in agile methodologies. Okay. Next question for you, Sagar. Sagar, since you worked in the first company, so tell me what ceremonies have you done or have you participated in your last company?
So ceremonies means
Agile.
like agile. We have like a project where we have a Scrum Master and a Scrum team, and and there are sprints, and we have to review the sprints every day what we have done, and each sprint has a submodules, and we checklist all the submodules
No,
on daily
just
basis.
tell me the names of the ceremonies, just the names of the ceremonies.
We have daily meetings.
Okay, can somebody answer?
Sprint planning, scrum calls, sprint review.
Really stand up.
Sprint planning.
Product
Scrum calls
backlog.
is not a ceremony.
Okay,
See, you have to
sprint review.
understand what is meant by a ceremony. Ceremony means a special occasion, right?
Yes.
For example, birthday, wedding day, wedding anniversary, right? Some special occasions. Those are called as ceremonies. If daily scrum call is not a ceremony.
Sprint planning, daily scrum,
Yeah.
sprint review, and sprint retrospective.
Product backlog grooming.
And
Yeah,
refinement and PI planning.
Yeah, backlog grooming, sprint planning, sprint retro. There is also
Refinement.
one more meeting called as an estimation meeting. So there is also estimation meeting. So these are ceremonies. Daily scrum call is not a ceremony because it happens daily. Everything that happens daily is not considered as a ceremony. Again, this is one of the frequently asked question. Gautam, tell me, how do we do sprint estimation? What methods do we follow?
Yeah, sir. Uh, so the Scrum Master plans the estimates based on the number of developers and QAs and system analysts available. So, and in
I'm
the
asking what
days,
are the sprint estimation methods?
I'm not sure particularly about the methods.
Sir, is it cost analysis?
Manmeet? No, it's not cost analysis.
I guess, sir, story points and work hours required for the user stories.
I think top down, bottom up, and 3 point something different methods.
Or we get story points in the Fibonacci series. Is that
Sir, you used estimation.
Yeah,
Estimation
so
in
story
what?
point estimation is the method which uses and it uses Fibonacci sequencing. Okay, so this is the only estimation method available for agile estimations or a sprint estimations.
Can you repeat that, sir, please?
Fibonacci series.
Okay.
So Niharika, do you know what is Fibonacci series? Tell me the Fibonacci series numbers. 1, 2, 4. No, that is not Fibonacci. It is factorial 2.
So the
Okay,
next
so
Zero.
Sadhika, what is the Fibonacci series?
No idea, sir. I was Googling it. I
You
think
should
I
not
studied
Google in a
last in 10th or 11th class. After that, I don't remember.
Sharan?
Sir, it's 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5,
0, 1, 1, 2,
3, 5,
3,
8,
5, 8,
13,
8, 13. Yeah.
15.
13 plus 8, 21.
21, 34.
21.
So 1 and 2. So 1 plus 2, 3.
3.
2 plus 3, 5.
5.
plus 3, 8.
5 plus 3, 8. So this is the Fibonacci series. So if a user story is given to you, they will ask you how many story points. See, if you tell the number of story points are 4, then you don't know how to estimate, because 4 is not in the Fibonacci series. So sometimes in interviews, what they do is they will try to misguide you, telling that this story point has this user story has 4 story points. So do you agree? If you say, yeah, absolutely, I agree, then you are trapped. Okay, so that's how they will assess whether you really have some agile experience or not.
Sir, could you please repeat?
So what I'm saying is they will try to tell you and ask a true or false question, saying whether this user story has some 4 points or some 9 points. Do you agree? So if you say you agree, then you are trapped, because 4 is not a Fibonacci number, 9 is not a Fibonacci number. Right, Priyanka, you raised your hand.
Yes, sir. When I'm going through this agile video, I saw that analogy method and t-shirt size method. What are those methods? Can't we estimate using them?
Yeah, so yes, so there is what is some companies use what is called as a t-shirt method, like small, medium, large, XL, double XL, triple XL, like that. So small user story means it's a lollipop story.
Okay.
Maybe their convention is small means maybe it takes 1 day. Medium means it might take 2 days. XL means maybe it might take 5 days. Again, it boils down to the same, like
Okay.
Fibonacci series.
Fibonacci. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, got it.
Or we can come to a convention like small means it might take 1 hour. It is always a relative convention. Whatever we decide, that is the sequence. But everything boils down to a Fibonacci series.
Okay.
But instead of in Jira, if you have observed, there is a field called as story points. So it will ask you to enter story points. So you can enter some 5, or you can enter some XL also. It allows both alphanumeric characters.
Okay.
Okay, so Ashish, I'll ask you a true or false question. So tell me, a ticket, a user story can be assigned to 2 people. True or false?
I think true, but depends on what they have planned, I guess.
You think true? You're not confirmed?
Yes, yeah.
Why will anybody assign the same ticket to 2 people? Jay Chandra, is it true or false?
Even I'm not sure, sir. I think it is true.
Rahman?
Maybe true, like maybe ticket, like if there is, it's a big one, maybe they can assign it to, like they can both can talk each other and they can solve it properly fast, I guess.
Akshay?
I guess it should be false. Like one ticket can be assigned only to one person.
Yeah. So see, when you're answering, Rahman and Ashish, you guys are telling maybe, which means you are just trying to hit your luck. That is a very bad way of answering in the interview, because the interviewer feels that you are not clear on what you're talking. Whether you know the answer or don't know the answer, always be affirmative. If you say, yeah, it can be assigned to multiple people, you can tell that confidently. But don't tell that maybe it is true or maybe it is false. That is the wrong way of answering. Okay, so Akshay is on, because see, logically speaking, if one task is assigned to 2 people, let's say there is a wedding happening. Okay, so if you assign, okay, you go and buy flowers, and you assign the same task to another person, you go and buy flowers. So what will happen? You will exhaust your budget, right? Both people will buy the flowers, but you want only one flower set, isn't it? Or another possibility is one guy will go and buy flowers, and another guy will think that the other guy is anyway buying, so I need not buy. If the other guy also thinks that this guy is anyway going and buying, so eventually both will never buy the flowers, because each person will think the other person will buy it. That is also another possibility. So that's why what Agile preaches is a task should always be assigned to only one person. A single task should never be assigned to multiple people because of the unpredictability or the probability of exhausting the budget. And it doesn't make sense for two people to do the same task. It's like cricket. If there is a shot, it's a cover drive, then the fielder has to go and catch the ball, isn't it? What is the point in two people going for the same ball? So that's how it is. Yeah, Vijay?
Yes, what would be the case in case of an epic, sir?
See, if the task is bigger, for example, take the same case of flowers for wedding, then it is always better to split the tasks into two independent tasks. For example, you go and buy flowers and you go and buy some lilies. Instead of telling a very generic question, like generic task or go and buy flowers, you are now splitting the task with a different goal. This guy is going to buy some rose flowers. The other guy is going to buy some lily flowers. So you have to split when the task is too big for one person to handle, then always split the task into two clearly goal set tasks. The task of each goal, sorry, the goal of each task should be very clear. Understood? Okay, so let's go to Arun. So question for you. Tell me what is meant by definition of done.
Sir, done something like the task which is completed.
Done is task which is completed. My question is, what is the definition of done? Oh, you are telling the definition of done, but the question is, what is definition of done? Double quote.
I'm not.
Somebody raised the hand. I think you guys did not study Agile. Did you guys study really?
Sir, actually, I did that Udemy course, but it's long time actually.
Sharon B?
So definition of done is like a set of items which needs to be completed while delivering like sprint or small unit of a project.
Okay. So now let's say I'll give you some tasks. I'll again take the case of a wedding. So now in wedding, there is one user story created. Buy flowers for stage decoration. This is the user story. Okay. Now you tell me what is definition of done for this?
Sir, so first of all, planning for the budget, then like some specific budget, then buying the flowers, then decorating the stage, or maybe more set of.
Anybody can answer. Anybody can answer.
Yeah, like
What
it
is
can
the
be
definition?
what is the budget for flowers? What are the type of flowers required, and how much manpower do we require? Or is there any thing for requirement for decoration at particular place or
No, no,
village?
no. See, you guys are not thinking right. Definition of done means, when do you say the task is done?
When the product is ready for user acceptance.
I'm talking about in the case of this wedding example.
In wedding, I mean, the selection of flowers and the amount of flowers need to be wedding is already bought and ready for acceptance of the user.
What is the goal?
I mean,
What is the goal?
to buy the flowers.
To decorate the
Stage
stage.
ready.
To decorate the stage.
The stage decorated with flowers. That is the
Yes.
goal. Okay. So what is the user story? Buy flowers for stage decoration. Okay. So the user story is very specific.
Yeah.
It is the outcome of this user story is the stage won't be ready with flowers. You're just buying the flowers. For stage decoration, there can be from five or six what do you call user stories possible. What are the user stories possible? Number one, create a design for the stage.
Yeah.
What design you want? Do you want some ethnic design, or do you want some modern design, or do you want some? So design has to be you have to build the structure of the stage with some wood or some sticks or whatever we use to build the structure of the stage. And the third is fill the structure with flowers. And the fourth can be like put some additional stuff on top of the flowers, like small bouquets or small some decorative items or small balls or something, or pictures of the god or whatever we will put. So the goal of creating a stage, a decorated stage for wedding, has 4 to 5 user stories possible. Now you have to define the definition of done for each user story. So one of the user story we picked is buy flowers for stage decoration. So then what is the definition of done for this? One of the other user story can be identify how many flowers, what flowers, how much quantity of flowers are needed. That can be one user story. And based on that user story, the definition of done for this user story can be buy 2000 roses, 1000 lilies, some 500 another what is called tulips, right? So if the guy buys and brings 500 roses and some 1000 lilies and some 500 tulips, then only you will say the task is done, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the definition of done is if the guy brings some 200 flowers, 200 roses, 500 lilies, whatever it is, then the task is said to be completed. Let's say if the guy brings only 100 roses out of 200, will you say task is done?
No.
As the stage.
No. Yeah, because the definition of done is not met. Understood? So this is called, for each and every user story, the definition of done has to be very, very, very clear. Okay, so let's pick up another example in the same wedding scenario. Okay, now I'll pick up Vicky. So Vicky, take the same case of wedding. Let's say now a task, bring flowers for stage decoration, is split into some subtasks. What all subtasks you can split into?
The background and the...
Tell me the subtasks. Tell me the title of the task. The main task is buy flowers for stage decoration. That is the main task. Now create some subtasks out of it.
Designing and planning.
Mamta, would you like to give a try?
Yes. Who is getting the flower? What type of flower is needed?
Now tell me the task titles. The main task title is buy flowers for stage decoration. It is the main task. Now tell me the titles of the subtasks.
We'll select who is going to get the flowers, the person who is performing the duty.
Now tell me the titles of the tasks. See, task should be like something you ask person to do it, right?
Planning.
Tell me the title.
Someone is going go and buy the lily. Someone is going to and buy the other flower, and someone is for tulip.
यार ये wedding example भी आप लोग कुछ नहीं बात
planning, budgeting, and
the subtasks can be okay. I just told you, buy 200 roses from so and so vendor.
Yeah.
Okay, that is one subtask. Another subtask can be, again, in the first subtask, the definition of done can be 200 roses, red roses from this vendor, right? And it should not be rose buds. It should be roses only, grown up roses, not the buds. So you have to be very, very specific when you define the definition of done.
It will be
So that is one.
Also.
What is that?
Will include the budgeting also.
Yeah, if you are on a budget friendly wedding, yes.
Sir,
again the goal is do this wedding within the range of 10 lakhs. Is if that is the goal, then yes, you will also include budget in the definition of done. But if your goal is to do wedding, come what may, then you might not increase. Again, it depends on situation to situation. Yeah, Anand?
Example, if we an example of like software and we are like making a website, there is budgeting, right? So will we include the budgeting of the features or like when we are making the definition of done?
Many a time, developers or agile teams have no clue on the budget. You don't know how much is the quote given to the client for doing this project. You don't know how much dollars are assigned to you. So many a time you don't have those details. So we should not be worried much about the budget when it comes to the real software stuff. Yeah, Anand?
Sir, so the definition of done changes all the time consistently according to the tasks and subtasks and sub-subtasks.
Correct.
So then there is no particular, so we can't define done in a scenario. So it changes.
Definition of done means for each and every task, you have to write the definition of done. I will consider this task as closed only if you dash, 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 dash.
Okay.
So one of the tasks we have subdivided is bring 200 red roses, fully grown red roses from so-and-so Patel. Then it is one task. Another task can be buy some 1,000 lilies, white lilies, fully grown, size this much, something you can define. Then only if he brings all lollipops, small lilies, will you accept it? No, that's why it is important. You have to define the definition. If you don't define the definition of done, then what he will do is he will bring all the 200 small rosebuds and he will say, yeah, my task is done. He will close the ticket. Then you are a Scrum Master. So then you will, no, I'm not going to close it because you brought buds instead of roses. Then he will argue with you. Where did you mention I want roses? You did not mention roses. So I took my decision in bringing the buds. So that is not my fault. Then he will create another ticket. So budget is lost. So he will create another ticket. Bring 200 fully grown red roses from so-and-so Patel brothers. So that's why definition of done is such an important thing.
So done is created by Scrum Master usually, not by the developer. Or...
Yeah, whoever creates that ticket, that person should create the definition of done.
Okay.
Means while we are creating the tickets, we have to be very specific for that ticket.
Now you know why asana is very important. Are you guys using asana?
Yeah.
Yes.
Sir.
Yes, sir. Create signature. Okay. Create email signature. That is one task given to you, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
What is the definition of done? You have to go to only this site, select one of the template and create a signature, and signature should have the following structure. It should mention your name. It should mention your designation. It should mention your LinkedIn profile link. So all that, this is the definition of done, right? So, this is one of the frequently asked questions. They will ask you what is the definition of done.
Yeah, in general words, we can say like it's a kind of checklist of all sprint backlog items which have been passed all the conditions, acceptance criteria, and ready to be used by the customer.
One is the end goal of each ticket.
Okay.
Yeah, end goal of each ticket. When do you say that this ticket is done?
Okay.
Okay, so how many types of entities are there that can be created in Jira? Rahman, how many types of tickets that you can create in Jira? Tell me those names.
Projects.
No. Sagar?
Yes, sir. We can create an incident. We can create incident. We can create a task or a request. We can create a change request. We can also create a...
Those are not agile related stuff. These are service desk related stuff. I'm talking more about Jira board.
Oh, Jira.
Agile.
Like creating dashboards.
No. how many, what entities you can create in Agile through Jira? Donna?
User story and epic.
Yeah, user story is one, epic is another. Next,
Bugs.
Bug, yeah, raising a bug.
bug is another. Okay, third,
Task. Task and
task is
subtask.
one, subtask is another. So these are 5 things: epic, user story,
task,
bug, task, and subtask. Again, this is a very important question that is asked in the interviews. Okay, incident, change ticket, these are all part of the service desk. There are two modules in Atlassian. One is the Jira software and another is the Jira service desk. So Jira service desk is a support tool, whereas the Jira software is an agile tool. So what we are discussing now is an agile tool. Okay, so Rohini, question for you. Tell me what is a burn down chart? Okay, Krupa?
Yeah, burn down charts is generally represents the amount to be remaining to be completed for the project.
What amount? Cash?
No. Pending task. Remaining tasks
no.
to be completed for the project.
So if there are 100 tasks, so do you mean remaining tasks is 100?
It counts amount of hours.
Amount of work
Yeah,
to be
amount of
completed
work
in a
hours.
sprint.
How do you calculate the amount of work?
Based on time and story points.
It's only based on story points,
Yeah, story points.
not on time, because we don't estimate based on time, right?
Okay, yes.
So let me share my screen and show you what is a burn down chart.
Sir, during technical interview, interviewer asks all this stuff, or during the HR interview?
Technical interview. So burn down charts. So let's say, which one shall we pick up? Yes. You see here, this is the sprint burn down chart. So the dotted line is a baseline, meaning let's say the sprint is of 15 days. Okay, let's take, take this example. Okay, let's say this is 9th September and this is 23rd September. So there are about 2 weeks time, right? So these are all hours, or sometimes these are all story points also. Okay, let's say these are story points. Okay, so on first day, there won't be any hours that are burnt. The total 200 hours worth of sprint. So the whole 200 worth of hours is there on day 1. When it comes to day 2, okay, if you see here, roughly about 25 hours are burned because some tickets might be closed, right? And then on the next day, roughly about 160 hours are burned. But how many should have been burnt? 157, something like that. So this is the ideal burn down chart, the gray line. But this is the actual burn down chart. So both should merge by the time the sprint ends. Then only it is called as a healthy, healthy burn. Now let me show you some unhealthy sprints. So now let me show you some unhealthy sprints. You see how this chart is dancing, how this chart is unhealthy. Tickets are getting closed, suddenly they're closed, and suddenly there is no progress at all. For how many days? For 1 week, there is no progress. So it is like standstill. And suddenly on day 1, 1 day before the sprint, they get closed. So this is an unhealthy chart. Whatever we have seen here is a healthy chart, more or less. because both are merging. Sometimes you see here, they are not merging, which means that a sprint goal is not reached.
Will this
You're
situation
understanding?
happen, sir? Will this situation occur in the company?
Yeah, so many times. If they have team members like you, obviously we can't deliver each. We can't deliver each and every task, no? We can't. Sir, today I have my doctor appointment. I cannot deliver this task. You tell all the stories, no? Sir, today I cannot attend daily scrum because I have headache. I have a severe headache. I have to go to ER. That is one standard story I get. Sir, today my internet is down. Sir, today no power. These are all the factors which will make your burn down chart dance. Huh? You understood, Anand?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And it is quite normal. See how I am living with it. Whatever story you tell, am I not shaking my head? Yeah, okay, Priyanka. Yeah, okay, Jaya Gautam. No, that's okay. Take care. Huh?
So
Okay, so
mostly if burn down chart occurs, then it's the probability of firing happens, right, sir? For that person.
if consistently for every sprint your tickets are not getting closed, then you will be under red flag. Okay, now another question, which is related to this. I will ask this to Rohini. So Rohini, if there is a situation, you are assigned some 5 tickets in cyber security for the whole sprint, 2 weeks and 5 tickets. Let's say you're not able to do 1 ticket. So you will be under fear whether this I will be able to reach my sprint goal or not, isn't it? Obviously. So what do you have to do during that time?
Sir, yeah, in 2 weeks, 5 tickets, and after that,
5 tickets, yes.
yeah, after that, what did you ask, sir?
You are assigned 5 tickets. You have done 2 tickets, and you are stuck up in the 3rd ticket. And 4th and 5th ticket are dependent on 3rd ticket. So what do you do in that case?
Target time is 2 weeks, right, sir?
2 weeks, yes.
Maybe
Anybody
I'll
you can
ask
ask?
some time. Maybe I'll ask some time.
Maybe you'll ask what?
Some time.
But sprint is only 2 weeks always.
Oh, okay.
Within 2 weeks, the sprint should close.
Maybe I'll ask someone's help.
Yeah. So you should always ask for someone help. If you feel that your ticket is not progressing, don't hesitate to seek help. Okay. Just park this question. I'll ask a related question to this. Maybe I'll ask Sagar. Sagar, in daily Scrum meetings, what all points are discussed?
The current tickets, the current backlog tickets, and what is pending, what is in progress, and sometimes if there are time left, they share some information about the upcoming projects. And
No.
what are the?
We discuss 3 items in a daily Scrum call. Number 1, what did you do yesterday?
Oh, and okay.
Number 2, what are you planning to do today?
And tomorrow.
Number 3, are there any blockers?
Okay.
So when they ask you, are there any blockers, Niharika, now, not Niharika, Rohini, then you have to tell, yes, there is a blocker. I am not able to do this task. I need some help. Then it is the Scrum Master responsibility to make sure you are given some help so that your work is unblocked. That is the primary role of Scrum Master. Scrum Master is like Radhasarathi, like Krishna. He has to make sure he has to drive Arjun, like Arjuna, let's say Arjuna, like some 10 Arjunas. He has to make sure all the 10 Arjunas, which is the Agile team, reach the goal, right? Defeat Kauravas. So same thing, like Scrum Master role is like Krishna. So he has to ensure, like what did Arjuna do? Arjuna said on day one, no, these are all my grandfathers, grandmothers, these are all my uncles. I can't beat all of them in this war. I can't kill them. That's when Bhagavad Gita was born, right? He will tell you have to do your dharma. War is a dharma. Be it your father or be it your uncle or your brother, you have to kill them. That is the fundamental rule in a war. That's how Bhagavad Gita was born. Same thing, Scrum Master also tells if you are demotivated, his responsibility is to motivate you. If you are blocked, let's say if that Radha is stuck up in the road or sand or mud, so then it is Krishna's responsibility, Scrum Master's responsibility to ensure that he gives some push to get out of that mud or sand or whatever is the blocker. So he has to ensure that you are unblocked from your work. And Krishna says, sir, there are 100 people. I have only 10 arrows. How can I kill them? Then Krishna will give advice. Use this astra, or you use this. You remember Shiva has given you one Pashupata Astram. So you use that Pashupata Astram that has the capability to kill 10 people with one arrow. So now you have 100 and you have 10. So that kind of advice also he has to give. Right? So if anybody asks you who is a Scrum Master, in the interview, you can give this example. Okay, my mentor also gave the same example. So Scrum Master is like Krishna and Agile team is like Arjuna. Sprint is the Radha.
So then who is
So cricket
who's Kaurava?
team captain could be a good example. Cricket team captain or soccer team captain.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how to map that. In a short span of time, I cannot map it. But one of the classical example which my Agile coaches used to give is the Mahabharata war. Mahabharata, winning the Mahabharata war is the goal, right?
Yeah.
And it has 18 sprints, 18 days of war. So it has 18 sprints. The duration of each sprint is, I think, morning 8 a.m. to evening 6 p.m. Okay, so 10 hours.
10 hours, 10 to 11 hours.
Okay, and the Agile team members are Scrum Master is Krishna, and Agile team members are like Arjuna, and there are some Pandavas. Okay, these are all Agile team members. Daily Scrum call at morning 8 a.m. They all meet. Okay, what is the strategy today? Today we have to kill some Suyodhana, or you have to kill some Ghatotgacha. Okay, then okay, what astras we have to use? We have to use, okay, you use Pashupata Astra, you use some Brahmastra, you use some Ramastra, whatever it is. He tells some astras. So that is the plan. So that's what happens in in a daily Scrum call at 8 a.m. Okay, and then suddenly Bhima tells, so today I am feeling very hungry. I don't think I can kill so many people. That is a blocker. So then what Krishna, it is the responsibility of Krishna to ensure that Bhima's problem is solved, whether it is a silly problem or a genuine problem, it is his responsibility to solve it. Then he will tell you, okay, you take break between 12 and 1, you go for lunch. So to cover you, we are going to have a 12th man. Who are going to, but after you come from lunch energetic, you have to kill more people instead of less people. So that is the arrangement Krishna will do as a Scrum Master. Then suddenly people like Arjuna in the middle of this Scrum, not in the, I mean, in the middle of this day to day, like second day or third day, he tells, I am highly demotivated. I am not liking killing our own relatives. Then it is again Krishna's responsibility to unblock you. Right? So this is classical example. So learn this all Agile with fun. You'll understand. In fact, all our entire consultancy runs using Agile methodologies only. I'm not sure if you guys have realized that or not.
Yeah.
You see, Friday calls are like sprint retros.
Yeah.
What have you done? How have you done?
Learning and
effective.
training.
Sir, I did not get any interviews this week. Sir, I did not get any leads this week. Sir, this trainer is not teaching me. So this happens in the retros meeting.
Yeah.
So based on the retro meeting, I change the trainer. I change the course.
Yeah.
And daily scrum call is the daily
Ready
scrum call,
for
whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like that, we have a lot of agile practices in consultancy also. Okay, so we will stop here. Okay. My gut feel is you still guys have to study, but I'm not going to conduct another mock interview for Agile. I leave it to you to, because I cannot concentrate only on Agile for so many weeks.
Sir,
Already
is
this is
there any
second.
question bank for the Agile?
I mean,
Stick with the
important topics.
Yeah,
Where do we need to focus?
interview questions on Agile. You go to Google and type, you will get a hell of a lot of links.
We are getting so many questions. We don't know whether they will be asked in interview or not. So
They will be asked
all the questions.
Sir,
all the questions.
last Agile interview session, you have conducted one case study, sir.
Yeah.
Could you please share that? I've seen in the YouTube.
For you, it is too early. I'll cover that when you reach the next phase.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it covers a lot of data engineering, data analysis, data science related stuff. You guys haven't finished it, no? So I want you to finish the training before you reach that maturity level.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you for joining. We'll meet again next week.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you. It was fun and very knowledgeful. Thank you.